Unifii team building. See how we're developing leaders by rewarding them with our spillover signups. Here's Mike Klinger to go over the details.
Hey guys, I wanted to show you how I identify where I want to build first, like who I'm going to help build, like where I'm going to place positions in Unifii. For those that don't know, Unifii is in pre-launch right now at the time that I'm recording this. It is a crypto education company, but it's going to expand way beyond that into educating on all kinds of different topics, even outside of crypto and financial education and empowerment, things that the wealthy know that allow them to secure themselves and their children's future in a big way financially that your average middle class, even upper middle class people don't know. But they're starting with crypto education, which I think is very smart, and that's what attracted me to it, because that's what I needed for my system, was something to really help people get educated about cryptocurrency, not just at the beginner level, but intermediate, also advanced traders. But anyway, those on my team, I wanted to show you, if you want to see, how I'm team building and how I'm helping, I basically open up my unilevel genealogy. So you log in, you guys can do this. I go to genealogy and I look at unilevel. Unilevel are people that are in my direct line of sponsorship. So I also have a matrix genealogy. If I were to click on my matrix genealogy, this is a 3x3 matrix. And a lot of people might be in here that are not in my direct line of sponsorship, but I'm focusing on those in my direct line of sponsorship when I'm team building, because one of the compensation plans, one that's really a big focus, is leadership development, and it has an incentive, as a lot of great companies do, for rewarding leaders for helping develop other leaders. And so that's where I focus first, is on those in my unilevel compensation structure. So I'll be looking through here and I'll look at who has enrolled somebody. Now, I know a lot of you have challenges, enrolling people, and of course we have a system and we're doing all kinds of things to help you in that area. But you got to remember, during pre-launch, Unifii is free to join during pre-launch. Once it launches, then somebody needs to have gotten up to speed on what they offer, what Unifii offers, and make a decision if they want to make a commitment. But it's even then a very low entry level. But it's not very hard to enroll people into a free program. Obviously, they have to pay at some point, but anyone looking for opportunity, it doesn't get any easier than this during pre-launch to at least get them enrolled at this point. And that's what I'm looking at here. Like, no one's paid any money here. When I see Andy Gardner has enrolled 2 people, the 2 people he enrolled were able to get in free. Any of you can do that if you put your heart and mind to it. Robin here enrolled 46. I did help her get some of those, because that's what I'm going to show you, is I help people that are taking action. So I see through here, Robin Lynn's a leader. So I'm going to come back to that and show you how I help people that are developing as leaders in her group. But look at Andy Garner here. Because he's taken this step, he's on my radar now. Now I'm going to help him build a little. And if he continues, then I continue to help him and assist him, even placing people in his group. Now that might take me a little time because I got a lot of people to support. He's now on my radar. It is a huge priority for me to help him. But I keep looking through here. And I look through here and I look, okay, so Robert Andolina, Bob Andolina, I see he's enrolled 2 people. Like, this is just on my radar for the first time. So those of you who've been enrolling people, you're wondering why I'm not paying attention. I am paying attention and definitely going to help you guys in a big way. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But I keep looking through here. I see that this person enrolled 1. Now he's on my radar. I keep looking. Yeah, I have 5 people enrolled. Definitely on my radar. So you guys might not know you're on my radar yet, because it takes me a little time, because I'm responsible for a lot of things, right? Right now, today, we had to make the first Unifii funnel. I had to make that. I have to manage the team, and make sure that I give instructions. There's a lot of stuff that I got to do as we're rolling this out. But soon it will just be team building and marketing. I'm going to turn on advertising. These are the people I'm going to look at first. So those of you that haven't enrolled somebody, if you want to know what you can do to really position yourself as a leader, if you can get your hands on one of our funnels, if you're an elite member or pro member, then you should have one any moment now. If you're a free member, there's a huge line. So we're just going to build them as fast as we can, and we're not going to probably be able to get to them all. But you can always offer to become a pro member or an elite member at any time and get one of those and start marketing with us. It's $100 to get a pro member account. It's $300 to get an elite member account. If you don't know what that is, just get a pro member account for now. $100 if you don't have a funnel yet. with us and become a pro member, and we'll build you a funnel and we'll be off and running. Those of you who are free members, we're going to build them as fast as we can. Last I checked, there was like 120 people on the waiting list. We're just wrapping up the pro member funnels now, but you can jump to the front of the line, help us pay for all of this, which I think is completely reasonable. Help us expand the team, right? We need funds to help expand the team. So $100 isn't too much to ask if you want to really market and use our system. We'll build you a funnel. You can be off and running. But once you have a funnel in your hands, then you can start promoting this. I'm giving you videos and helping you do that. We get you into our VIP group. It's not hard to do. Like, it just takes like focus, and even if you have a full-time job and kids and stuff, I mean, that's where I started many years ago. Like, I know from personal experience, it's totally doable. And I, quite frankly, I feel really strongly about this Unifii program. They focus on education. We know when you look at how the big leaders market themselves, how I marketed myself for many years, you lead with education. So I'm extremely excited with Unifii because it leads with education. Then on the back end, we can offer our other cryptocurrency commission programs if you want to. For example, for me, on the back end, I might still offer CWE, of course, in a bull market. Like, there's lots we can do, but to focus on Unifii right now while it's in pre-launch, get the thing going, and have it be, for me, it's going to be my front end because it focuses on education, lead people into crypto and get them empowered up, educated up, and then when they expand into other educational product lines, phenomenal opportunity. I mean, really, it's the time to focus. And again, I'm going to be helping all these people that I see taking action. All those people that enrolled somebody are on my list. Terrence, 5 people on my list. So let me just go through here a little bit more. This is what I do. So all of you who haven't enrolled anybody yet, well, it's a free program. Get your hands on a funnel. Start sending out something to your list. I'm going to be, for those that have funnels that are in our VIP group, I'm going to be giving you emails that you can send to old lists and stuff. This week, we start that. I'm also obviously continuing to give you YouTube videos that you can post. And you can always just reach out to people that you know. It's free to get a position. Take action. So even if you don't ever refer somebody, like, okay, so here's Daniel Harvey. He's got one, so he's on my radar. So let me just give you an example. So I click on this. I just confirm that he promoted or he marketed this. Yeah, Daniel Harvey's the sponsor. So when I see something like this, now I know I want to focus on Daniel Harvey. So then I go to my matrix, and when I'm placing people, that's what I'm looking for. I'm not going to do it. Well, I'll do it right now. I'll do one of these. So I'm looking for somebody. Let's say it's Andy because he's enrolled 2 people. Looking for somewhere to focus my energy, right? And I see enrolled these 2 people. So I go here and I would look to see what his username is. And you guys can do this for your team too, for those of you who are team builders. And then I go to Matrix, and when I'm signing somebody up, I search for Andy in here. And when I'm signing somebody up, I need to look for, well, you can see he's already gotten a lot of spillover from me in his case. Let me just confirm that. Yeah, enroller's name, Mike. So he's gotten a lot of spillover from me. But if he hadn't already, so now I'd go look for somebody who hasn't gotten any spillover from me yet. And I might look in through his too and see who has signed up some people. How do I get back? Let me see. I guess I can just go like this. Okay. So, I'm going to be like, let's say I see in his group that somebody signed up, 3 or 4 people. They would be on my radar as well. And then I would just go look for an empty spot, like right here. And then when I sign somebody up, I might put them right here. And then I'm the sponsor, so I still get the leadership unilevel compensation reward for that, but he gets the matrix benefit. And so does everybody who's above him. It's really powerful. I'll talk in a minute about where you can go to study the compensation plan a little bit more. We will talk about that more, but it's powerful that I can help people like this. But again, I'm looking for who's in my unilevel first that's taking action, because that incentivizes me to develop leaders, because it's an additional compensation plan, which again, we'll talk about that separately. And before I end this, as I said, I'll refer you to where you can go to study compensation plan. But once I find the people that are taking action, then I go to Matrix and I find them, like I did Andy Gardner here. And then I look for, and again, he's already gotten a lot of spillover. So for right now, I would move on. And Andy, my recommendation to you is, when I'm come back through and I'm looking for my leaders, and you want to now help these people, you want to help them as I just described. Like you enrolled 2 people, so you've obviously got a little action going. But now you want to like do whatever you can. And by the way, some of you aren't great, at signing people up or at marketing, but you might be great at supporting. So if that's you, you're not able to sign up 20, 30, 40 people in a week, definitely take the time to reach out to these people, make sure they're in the Unify Nation Facebook group, make sure they know that they could get a funnel with us, at least get them on the list, let them know if they're not an elite or pro member, that we might not be able to get to it in time, but we're going to try. Like, just do the best you can, maximize what you can. And then of course, if somebody wants to pay $100, become a pro member, bam, let us know, and we can get them a funnel built at the front of the line. Obviously, we need to reward those people because they're helping support the team, which is costing us a fortune. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I've never seen an opportunity this awesome in terms of the whole package. Low end coming in, has a residual component. For a pre-launch site, it's extraordinarily well put together. Um, it's focused on education, which is what the crypto industry really needs right now. It's really, and it's in pre-launch, and it's just very rare that people get in on something this early. Uh, it's quite extraordinary. So I just really encourage you to focus in. So in Andy's case here, he's gotten a lot of spillover from me already. Now he wants to reciprocate. This is what you want to do if you want to go big. Now you support those people. Now you plug them into the Unify Nation group. Let them know about the funnel options. You make sure that if there's a new video posted in Unify Nation Facebook group, that you tag them on it. Like, you help grow. Let me see if there's more people underneath some of these people. Yeah, so and it looks like that's where Andy's 2 people went, was right there. Is that right? So the rest might be, yeah. So he's got a lot of spillover for me, like all of these. And some of you will. Now, some of you haven't yet, but you will. You need to understand that I'm going to fill my matrix up, 9 levels deep. It might take me 6 months, but that's what I'm going to do. Now, a lot of people aren't going to be paying attention. There's people in here right now who signed up for a free position, who aren't paying attention, won't pay attention. And when Unify launches and it's time to decide if they want to buy the product, they won't. And their position will become a ghost position. And they'll have lots of people underneath them and they won't even know it. I promise you that's going to happen. And then I'm gonna be probably selling those positions, giving those positions to leaders. I don't know what our options are going to be. I really encourage you guys to pay attention. And if you've got people formulating underneath you, make sure they pay attention so they don't lose those positions when this company launches in a week or so. So there's an example. Let me just do another one. I go back to Unilevel again. A lot of people think they're in my group and they're not. They might be in my matrix, but they're not in my Unilevel group. And that means that I'm not connected. We're not connected in any way with the leadership development compensation plan. And you still might get spillover in the matrix, but my focus is going to be first finding people that are taking action in the Unilevel group, because that's how it's designed. It's designed for me to identify leaders. And I won't see you in here if you're not in my Unilevel. And that's okay. You're probably with a great upline. I just want you to know that a lot of people have signed up with somebody and they assumed they were in my line of sponsorship and they're not. You might just be in my matrix and not my Unilevel, and then I'm not going to find you in here. And that's okay. Just talk to your sponsor, make sure you understand what their game plan is for helping you build and team building and stuff. So let's look at Robin here, because she's got 46 that she's enrolled. And again, I've actually helped her extra because she is a consistent leader on the team. A lot of kind of a powerhouse. And there was a couple of others of you that were powerhouses. Some of you though didn't end up in my Unilevel, so I couldn't help you the same way. But let me look at her. And then I look through hers. So here, nobody enrolled anybody. So I keep moving. Nobody here. Reem enrolled 283. She's also one that I help because she's such behind the scenes, a huge help for all of you. And a lot of you don't even know it. Shamika, looks like she enrolled 2 people. Let me just go confirm that. Hit the down arrow. Let me see if she enrolled these people. Yep. So she's on my radar. For someone to help. And again, it might take me time because I have so many, right? But I'm going to be filling the holes. I'm going to be feeding and growing this thing for months and months and months and months. I'm going to be turning on advertising like I have not even started yet. That's what you guys have to understand. It may take me time. Don't think that I'm going to leave you behind. If you're working hard and haven't gotten any spillover after a month or so, let me know. But most likely I'm going to find you and I'm going to be doing that. Just know that I'm looking for you and I'm looking to support you. And I'm going to be building this thing, and this is how I go about doing it. I focus on where the energy is. So I go here, I find her username, then I go to matrix and I find her in the matrix. And so, well, it looks like she is getting spillover. Let's see. Yeah, she got spillover from Robin. Robin gave her spillover. Here's Shamika placed that one. Shanika placed that one. Robin, so she's getting tons of spillover from me. So she's already getting lots of spillover from me. So, now Shamika, if Shamika wants to continue getting spillover and wants to take it to the next level, now she needs to support these people. She needs to reach out to them, say hello, let her know she's here. She has to make sure they're plugged into the Unify Nation Facebook group, tag them as training video on the training videos that have been done in the past in that group, and tag them on future video training group. It's a collaboration. And if we see that that's happening, there's going to be more traction here, and we continue to help Shamika grow. This is how it works. I hope you guys understand this, man. This is huge. This is a really extraordinary opportunity, and it's extraordinary in so many different levels. Let me point you to the compensation plan. Well, let me just back up and say, let me go to another account. Let's see here. By the way, these numbers don't represent your earnings. Don't pay any attention to those. It's just if everybody were to buy, it's giving you an estimation, but I don't want you thinking that that represents anything for you. Let me go to reports, genealogy. And again, if I'm not in your direct line of sponsorship, let this just kind of be a clue of how you can work with your upline, talk to your upline, ask them, how you guys are working together in some kind of fashion like this. Here I'm speaking to those that are in my direct line of sponsorship and giving an example to everybody else about how to lead and how to grow your team, how to work together. Okay, so Rima's a leader in the group. She's not as much of a public face, but behind the scenes, she's helping tremendously. So let's do the same thing. I go to Unilevel because she's also in my group, so I do the same thing. Shagufta's got one person that she's enrolled, so she's on the radar. Let me just click down real quick. Okay, so she enrolled Tina. Yeah, so she's on the radar. Oops, let me get back there. And I just keep going. Francois, same thing. Let me keep going. William's got 8, so I'm really going to focus there, obviously. Don's got 27. Let me go here. I know Marty is helping Don. Here Peter Rogers has got 4, who's underneath William. Let me look at some of these and see. Yeah, so William sponsored this one. You can tell that when you put it over the thing. See right here is this enrollment. William. I'm going to look at Peter Rogers. So this is what I'm looking for. And again, it's going to take me time to get my marketing fully turned on. Yeah, so got some action takers in here. So I want you guys to know, like, I'm going to feed this. It might take me some time to identify you all. Like, I'm just getting the wheels cranking. I want you to understand. I'm just getting the wheels cranking. This I'm showing you right now is what I'm going to be doing all the time. Once we have our funnels built, I just got the Unify pre-launch funnels built. We're going to build more comprehensive ones, and I'm still marketing and promoting, and things are still going to fall into place. You're still going to get spillover from other upline, but if you haven't gotten spillover yet, and particularly those who are taking action, understand that you are on the radar. I just need a little bit more time. We're just getting started, and we're going to develop leadership, and it's in the fashion that I'm talking about. I'll be putting positions underneath you. I'll be promoting those positions with advertising. I'm going to go for it hard, okay? I want you to understand that. And for those of you who want to be a part of that and benefit from that, you have to take action. Like, obviously, I got to put my focus there first. Now, a lot of you that are just signed up and hoping for spillover. You may get it, you may get lucky, but that's, not how you really win big. I would encourage you to take some kind of action. Now, to learn about how the compensation plan works, uh, go to Unifii. It's probably, you can probably find it even when you're logged in, but I just log out because it's easy for me to find it this way. Scroll down to the bottom of the page, click on affiliate at the very bottom. Watch this video. It's going to talk about the compensation plan. Go ahead and read what's here. They have webinars scheduled. Plug into those guys. And then it says products PDF and also rewards PDF. Click on rewards PDF. And you can look through this as well, which are the slides and the presentation, and study this. And I'll have webinars just on this. I just don't have time right now. As you can see, there's a lot going on. We're just getting the wheels cranking. But this goes through the compensation plan. And as I said, there's one that rewards with leadership in the unilevel. And then there's the matrix. Again, when I'm going through looking for who I want to focus on helping build in the matrix, I look in the unilevel. And if you're not in my direct line of sponsorship, I'm not going to find you there. So you need to talk to your upline and figure out, are you in my direct line of sponsorship? If not, who then is your leader who's going to be helping you build, and find out what that game plan is. And if you're in my direct line of sponsorship, you now know how I look for people, that I want to help build, and what I'm going to be doing, very intently. Be turning on advertising. I'm gonna get so many friggin' leads coming into this thing. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna fill up the matrix. I'm gonna build leaders, because one of the things you're gonna learn here is it's connected to the unilevel. So if you're in someone's direct line of sponsorship, it incentivizes them to developing leadership. Let me see if I can find it. It's the matrix matching bonus. This is connected to who you've personally enrolled and who they personally enrolled and so forth. So if you're in my direct line of sponsorship, then I'm looking for accomplishing this, because I can help you. If I help you become very successful, then I get this reciprocated back. So study this, and we'll keep following up on it, and understand that there's a process that makes sense to how you want to develop a team, and you really want to put your energy where the energy is. And as you can see, I got lots of people that are putting energy out there that I'm going to want to come back and help. But understand it may take me a little time, because I'm responsible for the system and getting the whole thing going, and we're just getting started. I haven't even started marketing yet. I plan on bringing in at least 1,000 people over the next 3 months. And then on top of that, by working, as I'm placing those under those of you who are doers, and that gets the doers more excited, and they're bringing in people, it starts to have this massive spillover effect. But you need to think 3 months to 6 months out to be able to fully capitalize on this, including benefiting from, the system momentum and everything I'm going to be doing with spillover and so forth. So don't be upset if you don't have spillover in a couple of weeks. Like, you may, and that's great, but that doesn't mean you're going to be the one who necessarily wins the biggest in the end. The ones who win the biggest in the end are going to be the ones who are taking action, because even if you don't get spillover from me right away, you saw many did, but even if you're one who didn't yet, I'm going to be coming back around and supporting you. And whoever consistently is putting out the energy, they're the ones I'm going to consistently get to know and develop into leadership positions and focus my advertising and everything into. Okay, so think 3 to 6 months out, not 3 to 6 days out when you're thinking of spillover and working with me, and take action, because as you can see, those who do, I'm going to find you. And even though it may take me a little while to get to it, you're on my radar, and that's where my energy and my advertising and my effort is going to go. Okay, again, if you're not in my direct line of sponsorship, you want to talk to your upline and maybe their upline until you find the leader, and find out if they have a similar arrangement, or how do they go about developing team leadership, and find that out. Okay, guys, talk to you soon.